So that's what we're going to talk about here tonight, is things to consider when creating a presentation in a work type situation, but then also how to improve your own delivery. Right? So to start off, whenever you are assigned a presentation, whenever you have to give a presentation at work, whatever like that, the first thing you need to consider, the first thing you need to think about is who you're talking to. Who you're talking to, like who is out there listening to your presentation. Now that might sound like common sense, but honestly, a lot of times we get so worked up in a way. We get so worked up about the fact that we have to talk, that we have to say something, we have to talk to a group of people, whatever. We tend to forget that other people are listening to us. Other people are listening to us. That's why we're doing this. We're not giving presentations just to hear our own voice. No, it's for other people's benefit. So when putting together a presentation, you've been asked to give a presentation, you need to find out, well, who's out there listening to you? Who are you talking to? You need to make sure that whatever you ultimately say is going to be useful and beneficial to the people listening to you. You have to find out, like in a big broad sense, like what do they already know about your topic? What do they already know? That way you're not, talking above their heads, or you don't oversimplify things, talk down to them, make them, get mad, that you're talking to them like they're a child, whatever like that. So figure out, what do these people already know about the topic, to make sure that what you ultimately say then will be listened to, will be useful, will be beneficial. Now, I myself have a very pragmatic view on education. I believe that whatever you are taught should be useful. That whatever somebody tells you should have some actual practical benefit. And I think you all can agree with that. I mean, why waste anyone's time? Why tell them stuff they don't need to know? Why tell them stuff that they can't understand? So consider your audience. And I have an example of this. As I mentioned, back in the day, I worked at Gateway Computers, a computer company. And I was in the customer service department. Now, I did everything at Gateway, from customer service on the phone. I made it up to management. I was a trainer at Gateway. In customer service, our job was to, direct calls to proper departments. Customers would call in, they'd have a concern, we'd try to deal with it. If we couldn't deal with that, we would get them to the proper department. They had a question about their bill, we got them to billing. They had a question about their computer, something wasn't working, we got them to technical support. They wanted to buy something, we got them to sales. That was our job in customer service. Well, I had a friend who worked in training at Gateway Computers, and his job was to train technicians. Technical support, the people who fixed your computers over the phone. Anytime a new product would come out, his job was to teach these technicians all about the product. All the specifications, what it could do, all that kind of good stuff, whatever. Well, he was also supposed to teach customer service, my team, about the new product. He came to me one day and said, "Can I talk to you?" He said, "I'm getting positive, glowing reviews from technical support. They love what I'm doing, but I'm getting hammered by the customer service reps. They're giving me really low marks." And so I said, "Well, let me see what you're teaching, right?" Well, I looked at his information. I'm like, here's the deal. We don't need the technical stuff. In customer service, we don't need all the tech stuff. We don't need that. We just need to know we have a new product and where they go to buy it or where they go to get it fixed. So he was able to adapt what he was telling, Gateway representatives based on their department, based on what they need to know. He was able to adapt. He only told the technicians about the technical stuff. He told customer service that we had a product, where to go to buy it, what it would do for your computer and how to fix it, where to send them to fix it. And yeah, then his reviews went up because he had to consider who he was talking to. Not every audience needs the exact same information. So that's the first most important consideration, who you're talking to. What do they already know about the topic? Make sure that what you ultimately are going to tell them is going to be useful, beneficial, and needed.